All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're talking about the one thing you absolutely can't buy, can't hack, and can't grind for more of, and that's time. We're going to see exactly why it's the ultimate cheat code in the money game. And look, this isn't just about getting rich. It's about building up the resources to actually fund your purpose.
So let's start with a little gut check. Be honest, what are you picking? That $1,000,000 looks like the no-brainer, right? I mean, that's instant financial freedom. But what if I told you there's a serious glitch in the system here, and one of these choices is way more powerful than it looks on the surface?
Okay, so let's actually run the numbers on that penny. For the first week, maybe even two, you'd be kicking yourself thinking you made a huge mistake. We're talking a few cents, then a couple of bucks. It's definitely not life-changing money. Meanwhile, your friends who took the million are already flexing, and you're literally counting pennies.
Okay, now check this out. Even 20 days in, that's 2/3 of the way through the month, you're only at about $5,000. That's it. It feels painfully slow, like it's not even working. You'd for sure be second-guessing your choice. And honestly, this is the exact point where most people would just give up. And this, right here, shows us something super important, called the hockey stick effect. You know, like the shape of a hockey stick. It's flat for a long time. That's the grind phase. But all that slow progress is building a foundation for something absolutely massive that's about to pop off right at the end.
And boom! In just those last 10 days, that tiny penny completely explodes. On the final day, you are not looking at $1 million. You're looking at over $5.3 million. Yeah, more than 5 times the instant cash offer. That is the insane, mind-blowing power of compounding when it hits its final form.
So that was the crazy result. But now, let's break down the actual code behind it. This isn't some kind of magic trick, you know? It's just math. But it's the ultimate cheat code for your financial journey. It's how you get your money to start working for you, letting it just level up all on its own. The best way to think about it is like a power-up in a video game. Your starting cash, that's your character, earns experience points, or XP, right? We call that interest. But then, pretty soon, those experience points start earning their own experience points. It just stacks and stacks, and that's what creates that insane, explosive growth we just saw. But here's where we gotta shift the grind set. That $5 million, it's not just about stacking cash to buy the latest drop. This is about stewardship. It's about building the kind of resources you need to fund your vision, to support your people, to make a real, actual impact. The money just becomes the tool for your true purpose. Okay, so if compounding is the cheat code, what's the secret weapon you need to activate it? Well, it's the one thing you have right now that no billionaire on the planet can buy more of. It's time. And if you're young, you have the ultimate, unbeatable advantage. Look, this right here shows you why being young is like having a financial superpower. Someone who starts with just $100 at age 18 has this massive, open runway for that money to grow and compound for decades. But someone starting at 40, they have a much shorter runway. They'll have to put in way more cash just to even try and catch up. Your age is your #1 financial asset, period. So, just to bring it all home, let's look at this breakdown of that hockey stick effect from the penny example. For most of the journey, days 1 through 20, it's slow and steady. But that age advantage we were just talking about, that's what gives you the runway you need to get to the good part, that final exponential explosion.
All right, that's enough theory, because let's be real, knowledge without action is pretty useless. So let's turn this into your first quest. This is a small, easy win you can score, like right now, to make this whole thing feel real.
So what is the simple, big takeaway from our whole penny quest? It really boils down to these 3 phases. First, you've got the seed. That's starting with an amount that feels almost insignificant. Then comes the tough part, the wait. That long, patient grind where it feels like nothing's really happening. But if you can just stick with it, you finally get to the harvest, where that tiny seed explodes into something huge. Just understanding this process is the first major step to making it work for you. So, I'll leave you with this question. Once you really get that your time is the real currency, the whole game changes. It's not about just trading your hours for dollars anymore. It becomes about investing your dollars so that one day your time starts paying you back with freedom. So the real question is, what are you going to build with it?